Hi, my name is Spencer, and today I'll be reacting to Star Trek Picard, Season 3, Episode 7. Last time on Star Trek Picard, we were on the run from Starfleet and the changelings. We finally found out what was at Daystrom. There was a sort of a... I don't know what the word is. I know there's a word for it. We were tricked into thinking that Moriarty was going to be something more, when in reality it was Data / lore / lol / B4 / Soong, projecting this familiar face because it recognized Riker. So they found this new synth body that has all of those personalities combined, well, not combined, but in there, that are supposed to integrate with one another, but they haven't as of yet. They took the synth body up to the ship, and Geordi was able to, with the help of his daughter, revive Data. So we got a reunion with that, which was really nice. We got, well, what wasn't so nice was Riker being captured by the changelings, and then it being revealed that they also captured Deanna, who is sort of their bargaining chip. Like I said in the last video, I don't think that they'd be trying to throw us off here by making Deanna a changeling just to deceive Riker into spilling the beans. But I mean, it's possible. It's still possible, but I don't know. There's only a few episodes left after this one, so I feel like that would be more stuff to resolve than necessary. I don't think they need to overcomplicate things by making her a changeling, but they could, and I'd probably be okay with it if they did. I don't know. I'm just on the boat that she is who she is. She is Deanna. But we did get to see her in live action again. Well, I mean, we did see her in live action in previous episodes, just not like in person in live action. But it was nice to see her in person, even if it's away from the rest of the crew. We got to see the Fleet Museum, which was pretty cool. We got to see a bunch of old ships. We got to hear some nostalgic theme songs, which was great. I know I wasn't the only one who got choked up in those moments with Seven talking about her time on Voyager, and the DS9 theme song playing with the Defiant. And there were, I mean, obviously there were other ships like TOS era ships, but that's not as nostalgic for me personally. So that's why I didn't really mention it last time, but it's for sure nostalgic for some people. And I'm sure we all, each of us as fans, had a moment there with those ships, seeing them and hearing the music play. There seems to be some romance kindling between Jack and Sidney, which I'm cool with. I don't know how much more we'll see of that, but we'll see. There's 4 episodes. I think they could probably slide some in there. And then finally, it was revealed that the weapon, not really a weapon, well, it could be a weapon, but the thing that the changelings stole from Daystrom, other than the portal weapon, was Picard's body, his biological body. And I don't know, I've heard and seen various theories about that, with perhaps there being remnants of Locutus in there. Maybe it has something to do with the brain syndrome. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, I'm sorry. But some people were theorizing that could be, there could be more to it. And I still think there's more to the visions that Jack has been having, that it's not just a disease. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe not in this episode, but hopefully. I hope I'm not wrong in that, because I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with that theory that there's more to it. There's got to be more to the visions, but I don't know if that would have anything to do with Picard's body and them recovering it. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of last episode. This episode, I was informed that there's going to be a major cameo, maybe not cameo, I don't know what the word is, a major guest star that was teased in last week's Ready Room at the end of the Ready Room episode or whatever, where Will Wheaton was like, hey, like, I can't reveal who the guest will be because it'll be too big of a spoiler. I don't know. And based on that, and the fact that this episode is called Dominion, my guess would be someone from DS9. It would probably be easy for them to get Kira because she already came back for Lower Decks, and I don't think Armin Shimmerman would be willing to put on the prosthetics for just a small cameo, you know. Well, from what I've heard, and sorry to go off on a tangent, but from what I've heard, there was like a convention in like the past 5-10 years where they were like, hey, we want you to put on the prosthetics for the convention, and he was like, well, I'm not going to do it unless my makeup artist does it, like the one that did it for the show. And so they got his makeup artist to do it, and he did it, and he was like, I don't know, he seems very reluctant to get back into it. So even though Quark was a cameo on Lower Decks, I seriously doubt we would get Quark here in live action, or they would have to pay him really well, get his makeup artist. I don't know what conditions it would be. I can't see them. I mean, I guess they could give us a Dax cameo. I don't know if it would still be Ezri, or if the Trill symbiote has been passed on to someone else at this point. Can't be Nog. Rest in peace to Aaron Eisenberg. Can't be Odo. Rest in peace, Renee. I don't know. It could be Cisco, but I don't know if they would do that. People have been wanting a Cisco return for so long that at this point, if they do it, they have to do it right. And I don't think this would be the right situation for that. Bashir would be pretty cool, although I don't know why he would be relevant. So yeah, my best guess is Kira. Although, I mean, it would be fantastic if we got to see someone from another show. Like I said, I'm just basing my theory off of the title of this episode and what we've seen already in terms of cameos and willingness to return. But I would love to see Janeway. I would love to see anyone from Voyager. And I seriously doubt we would get anyone from Enterprise just because, well, everyone's dead. Although they did, apparently there was the detail in Daystrom of Archer's body also being stored there. I don't know how old T'Pol would be if she would still be alive at this point. She'd be really freaking old. I don't know. I think I'll be happy if it's anyone from DS9. I mean, I'll be happy with anyone, honestly. Like, if it's someone I recognize, I'll be happy. Because when Okana showed up in Prodigy, I didn't know who he was. I was like, who's this guy? Even though I have seen Next Generation, and I just couldn't remember. I didn't remember him. So, or I didn't remember that episode at all in Next Generation. So, speaking of which, I've watched a few episodes of season 1 of Next Generation in the past week, just in my free time. It's fun to get into it and just to see like how it was, and some stuff is really silly, and it's just really it's a lot of fun to get back into it. But besides the cameo, I don't really know what to expect in this episode. Hopefully we will see some furtherance, a continuation of Will and Deanna on the Changeling ship. Hopefully we will see, I don't know, hopefully we will maybe find out what the Changelings' motive really is, or what their plan is with Frontier Day, with the fleet, and with Picard's body, and with Jack, because they still want Jack for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. But I'm really excited to get into this episode. But before I do, don't forget to like this video if you like it, and if you have anything to say about this episode or the previous episodes, please put it in the comments. Also, if you're not currently subscribed but you like this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. It really helps me to stay motivated to get these videos out in a timely manner and helps the channel to grow. Anyways, I've put this off long enough. I've avoided spoilers as much as I can, and I'm really looking forward to getting into this. So I will go ahead and get this episode started. Hot cross buns. Maybe not. Chintoka. Scrapyard. Hiding. Or laying low.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of Captain Riker's whereabouts.
You're certain?
From what I've ascertained, there is no official record.
Tuvok! My heart! I wasn't expecting him. I love Tuvok.
Admiral Picard and I have tried to reach her. Everything we've seen.
At least they're trying to reach Janeway.
I understand the complexities of this issue are...
Is it really Tuvok?
much like our games of Kalto.
I need not remind you. You've beaten me countless times.
Oh, the music. I love that they're interacting. It's amazing.
I once underwent a procedure there to stabilize my neural pattern.
Of course. Any location you desire.
A Vulcan would never go to Acleon 7 after the anti-Kolinar demonstrations. And my...
Ooh.
By a mind meld on Voyager. By my friend Tuvok.
Got him.
The hell have you done with him?
All I can tell you is, when we are done with him, when we are done with all...
They better not kill Tuvok.
Death will come as a relief.
Relay...
That's upsetting. But he's not dead yet, so...
Is he alive?
Me, Admiral? I'm as good as dead. Just like you.
Geordi!
Disconnect him.
Interesting. Interesting intro for this episode. So far.
We're on our own.
Damn. I mean, it was nice to see Tuvok, though, even though it wasn't really him. I would love to see an actual reunion, if possible. So that could be the big cameo. There could be something else, though. We'll see.
You mean fashion a weapon against them?
Yes, or at the very least a tool to identify and root them out.
That would be nice.
The solution may be biological, and targeting a species on biology alone is tantamount to genocide.
The virus used against them in the Dominion War.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My participation as an admiral in the fleet exercises requires genetic confirmation of my identity.
Well, that could be a use for the body.
There is someone on board who does no more.
Who? Oh, Data, of course. Or Lore, or any of the others.
That would explain why you're so old. Time has been very cruel to you. A little arch, a little antagonizing flair is required.
I did get to rewatch the first episode with Lore, which was cool. So it's nice to be able to see how that continues here.
Partition suggests that Soong feared that Lore would consume all aspects of Data.
That is a scary possibility.
What might they be using it for?
Extraction. Soong research indicates an anomalous form inside Jean-Luc Picard.
The brain thing.
Please. Help me, Captain.
At least we get to see Data have some emotion.
With the help of the ship's computers, I can hopefully analyze the barrier and restore Data, but if I lift that partition...
Anything could happen.
You might lose Data. This time forever.
Yeah.
That's something that I can live through again.
Me neither.
Especially if you get stuck with Lore.
The hour of Starfleet's fall nears. We must have the boy.
Who is this? Who has the power to manipulate the changelings? I mean, the head shape reminds me of the Kazon, just because it's like small in the like it's like a V shape and it's like, but probably not. Seriously doubt it.
Attention, all cadets. Duty loads have been up.
Ooh, alone time.
I'm in Ensign, their standard.
Small. Very small.
At least she's not in the lower decks.
I'd love to. I'll hang out sometime if you're... Or not. It's fine.
Is he flirting? Those eyes. He is charming.
He can read her mind?
Touch my hand.
It's telepathic? What the heck? Interesting.
Why did you do that?
That adds depth.
How do you know?
Huh. Interesting. There's definitely more to it. It's definitely not just some disease. Better tell your mom about this new symptom.
Admiral.
Or your dad.
Maybe we let the Shrike find us. I'd trade myself for him.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have any idea?
Don't give them what they want.
Are dying, will die for what? For me? It's not worth it. I'm not worth it.
Well, a lot more people would probably die if you hand yourself over.
What are you hearing, Jack?
Just tell the truth, dude.
But we have never had the advantage here.
What if we actually do?
Epiphany?
I know how we can get Vadic.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Don't know what the plan is going to be, but we'll see. Open space, Alpha Quadrant. Another hiding space?
We have disabled their warp core. They are incapacitated. Captain, I must remain.
If this is a trick, that's a good trick.
Prepare a boarding party. Shuttle, no transporters.
There we go again with no transporters. And she's desperate, so...
Go.
Interesting that we haven't seen Will or Deanna yet. Not the real Will and Deanna. We saw a fake Will. Like I said, if this is a trick, this is a good trick. What's the plan here?
I just want to take you to a better place.
Is this like a hologram and they're gonna like destroy him? So they can't have him?
You'll have to catch me first.
Okay, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the play is, though. You didn't hit any of them? What the heck?
Drop Bravo!
Go.
Dropping Bravo.
Whew, nice. Well, they're trapped. You can go ahead and kill her, too. Might as well.
Drop Charlie.
Trapped. She doesn't seem too upset that she's been caught.
Drop Delta and Echo! Now! Now!
Okay. Whew, nice.
Get a lock. Something's interfering with the transporter. Damn it! What's doing this?
Is it lore? Did he find a way to infiltrate the ship? Oh boy, yeah. This is the moment from the trailer.
Lore.
He's gonna fuck it all up, damn it. Ugh, so annoying. Changelings are gonna have an unlikely ally. Or an unexpected ally.
You are the one who has been hunting us all this.
I mean, you could just hold them until Frontier Day. You know? Or, I mean, probably wouldn't work out that way, but it's worth a shot, you know? It's an idea.
He's to play understanding to your crew. I'm bored already.
I like that point of view shot where it was like her looking straight at the camera like we are Beverly.
What about your son? Do you know all about his physiology?
What do you want with Jack?
They know something that they don't.
Do not compare the atrocities committed by your side to the warfare executed by mine.
There never would have been a war had the changelings not initiated it.
True.
Why is he looking at me like that?
Could you not see his eyes glow? I guess that's just sort of for the audience, not for anyone else. Ah, she took the form of her tormentor, or torturer. It kind of mirrors Odo being, or trying to emulate the person who found him on Bajor.
I'm able to pass it on. Any who want to join our cause.
Fascinating.
Are you prepared to lose another son?
Yeah. I don't know. I do feel for the changelings, but I'm still on Starfleet's side, or Picard's side, really, but, you know.
Are you and I so fundamentally changed that we're willing to compromise everything? Everything that we've believed in?
I don't think showing mercy is gonna change Vadic's mind.
We invited death onto this ship.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what they should do. What the right thing to do would be.
The enemy of my enemy is... You know the rest.
Yeah, figured something like this would happen. Dang. Can they not disintegrate her? Oh, well, that's bullshit. Come on, Jack. This is when you need to, like, zone out and just kill everything.
Jack, what should I do? Jack!
Turn around!
Oh, he can pass on messages. Oh, okay. Oh, he can control her. What is going on?
Roll. Fire.
Okay, I like this.
Please, you have to trust me.
Here comes Vadic.
Polonium-847, a stabilizing agent with a 100-year half-life.
That means, in theory,
Each of them should contain trace amounts.
we can track them.
Okay, that's good. Come on, Shaw. I don't know, he got up before. He's probably gonna get up again. Yep. Damn it.
Weapons ready.
Come on. Set phasers to the highest setting. He could be a changeling now. Behind you! Come on, man. This is bullshit.
Open a channel. Would you? Please.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You've proven yourselves worthy, I suppose.
If it wasn't for lore, they'd still be captured.
Now. I did this. Not out of...
Could you lock onto every life form that has that half-life in them or whatever, that chemical? And then they could lock onto them and beam them out. Be nice.
Jack. My dear. If you can hear me. It's time you learned who you truly are.
What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Initial thoughts. Good episode. Very frustrating, though. Just like how it all... I mean, I figured something would go wrong, and then as soon as it seemed like lore was out, it was just like, he's gonna fuck this up. I don't know. I'm so frustrated by this. Freaking Vadic, man. freaking lore. So I guess the cameo was Tuvok. I wasn't expecting it to be like that early in the episode, although it was lovely to see Tim Russ return as Tuvok, even if it was not actually Tuvok. But it's good to know that Tuvok is still out there, even though he is not in the best of situations at the moment. It makes me wonder for Janeway. Like, I wonder if Janeway has also been compromised, or if the reason that Tuvok couldn't reach out to Janeway was because she's not compromised. I don't know. I'd be very upset if they killed off anyone beloved in the previous Trek shows. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Tuvok as the cameo. But it was lovely to see him. Lovely to see Tim Russ. This Jack thing is, I don't know. I'm so confused, but also intrigued. Does this imply that Picard could have also done the same thing when he was in his biological body? That he could have read thoughts, projected actions to other people? I don't know. I want to say that, I mean, it's very possible that Jack could take control of someone, like, without their consent. Although, I'm pretty sure that Sidney was, like, willing to do these things. Like, she wasn't, like, fighting against it, I guess. I don't know. I'm curious as to the mechanics of this new thing and how it will come into play. So obviously Jack is not exactly human, or maybe he's human but inhabited by something, or I think the way Vadic put it was that there's something in him. And that line that she delivered to Beverly about him not really being hers, or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote. I'll put it up on the screen. But that has me wondering as well. Like, I think the quote was more along the lines of, you shouldn't have had him, or like, I don't know. It's confusing. So I'm curious as the implications of that and how that will connect to everything. I don't remember the capabilities of pah-wraiths, so that theory, I guess, could still be true, but like I said, I don't remember the exact capabilities of them, and I don't really see how or why they would be against Starfleet. I know they'd be, like, against Bajor, because they're like a Bajoran demon of sorts, but I don't know. We did get a bit of an explanation from Vadic as to her motives. Like, we got to see her origin and how they gained the ability to appear solid. I don't know. I guess my train of thought now is that the faction that split off from the Dominion, because I'm not sure if all of the changelings are involved, if it's every changeling, or if it's just a faction of them still. She said she passed it on, the ability. She passed the ability on to others who wanted to fight for the cause, I guess. And I do acknowledge that what happened to the changelings during the war was tragic. It was wrong, and this doesn't justify it at all. But there's also the fact that they started the war, that there wouldn't have been a war if it hadn't been for them in the first place, which isn't to say they deserve any sort of torture or that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's a tough situation. It would be impossible to ask Vadic to forgive Starfleet, forgive the Federation. But I did like the origin of her, or her taking on the face of her torturer, and how that mirrors Odo's origin as well, with him taking on, or trying to take on, the form of his torturer, because it wasn't a good experience for Odo either, from what I recall. But I liked that connection. For a minute there, I was wondering if maybe when they were when the changelings were being kept at Daystrom. I was wondering maybe if they connected with Lore there, and that Lore maybe allied himself with them there. But it seems as though it's not that way. It's like that they, that Lore just enemy of my enemy, you know, like he said. I was worried at the end there also that Shaw was going to die, with him being like the last one standing between them and the bridge. Well, not really, but they ended up getting to the bridge anyways. But I was worried that they were just going to kill him. And I was like, dang it, I like Shaw, but he seems okay for now. I mean, anything can happen. There's only 3 episodes left after this. We didn't see any of Will or Deanna, which is a little concerning. I wonder what's happening to them. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't necessarily think that there was any particular reason why they weren't in this episode, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of swinging back to the whole Jack topic. I am enjoying the Jack and Sidney kind of romance going on there, even though she's a little afraid of him now after what he did to control her and read her thoughts, which is like understandable. I wouldn't want people peeking into my brain, but he doesn't quite have control over it yet, and hopefully she'll understand and he'll be able to get better control. And I don't know, I ship it. I do, I really do, and I hope it works out. Honestly. But I'm a sucker for romance, so that's just how I am. That speech with that Geordi gave to Data, or to Lore really, but to break through to Data was great. I really enjoyed that. I don't know, I feel like I should have gotten emotional over it, but I didn't, and I kind of feel bad that I didn't. But I'm sure there were plenty of tears from other fans. It was a very tender and sweet speech, though, and I just want to acknowledge that. I love Geordi and Data's friendship, and I look forward to seeing more of it, hopefully, in the next episode. Hopefully, everyone that's not on the bridge can figure out a way to overcome the changelings. Like I said later in the reaction, I wonder, because they found out that they can track them via this compound that is now like part of them because of the experiments, and I wonder if they could, and I'm sure, I don't know, like I suppose that Vadic could force Shaw to give up his command codes, and that probably will happen off screen. We won't get to see that, but I mean, as long as they're not locked out of transporter control, like if Lore can take over the ship, wouldn't Data also be able to take over the ship and possibly lock on to every signal that has that compound in it and beam them off the ship? Just beam them onto some other ship's wreckage that's not like gonna kill them, but like keep them from moving forward, chasing after, you know? That would be a cool way to do things. Sort of an obvious next step. So, I mean, I'd be curious to know what other option they have, what other things they could do to get them out and to take back control of the Titan. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully Jack will... I mean, I'm sure Sidney is not going to keep her mouth shut about the whole being body snatched, or mind controlled, really. Not really body snatched, but... So, I'm hoping that Jack will come clean to his dad and his mom and be like, hey, this is happening now. This is not normal. Especially with Vadic at the end there revealing to the whole ship like what you really are, you know, like he's not what he says he is or what they think he is. I mean, you would think that if he was biologically any different than human, that Beverly would know at this point because she's lived with him her whole life and probably scanned him his whole life. But I suppose, I don't know. I think it's whatever that syndrome is giving him this ability, these abilities, and I don't know how that works, but hopefully we'll get an answer. I mean, I'm assuming they'll give us an answer, because otherwise why would they do this to us? with this being the last season of Picard. I believe I also saw... Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if... Because I didn't want to see a spoiler, but I wasn't sure if this was 100% confirmed. But there is going to be a Starfleet Academy show now, apparently, which will be interesting. I'm curious as to how that's going to be. Obviously, I'm going to react to it on the channel, so stick around if you want to see that. But at least that's the plan. I mean, you never know what could happen to me. Hopefully nothing bad, but anything's possible. Any freak accident could happen, I guess. But apparently there's a Starfleet Academy show. I'm curious how that's going to be. How that's going to be different from Prodigy, or how it's going to distinguish itself from Prodigy in terms of like a coming of age. It'll probably be older kids and older potential cadets. So, I mean, I'm down for it. I'm down to see where it goes and how it is. And I feel like that's a good opportunity for them to diversify in terms of aliens and like have new aliens joining Starfleet. I say aliens, but like other races, species. I don't know if that's proper to use the word aliens. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it and to seeing what it's about exactly. We'll see, I guess. But I believe I've said all I'm going to say about this episode in particular. Again, overall, good episode. Frustrating how it ended, and in a good way, you know. Leaving me wanting more. Like I've said in my Prodigy reactions, which left me wanting more a lot. So I'm very curious how this season is going to end, how they're going to wrap everything up, how close the changelings are going to get to succeeding before they foil their plans, because presumably that's what's going to happen, is they're going to get close, and then Picard and the crew are going to save the day, which would be great, but we'll see. It could go a completely different way. They could totally fool us, but we'll see. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. What was your favorite part? What did you think of Tuvok? What do you think of Jack's abilities, and what do you think is going on with him, and how that's going to tie into the future? Let me know. But I believe that's all I have to say for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and I appreciate all the new subscribers that I've gotten recently. It's been a real motivational booster. I really hope that, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe setting a goal for myself, and I think it'd be fantastic to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Then maybe I could monetize my videos and actually get some income from this. But I don't know. I don't want to set my expectations too high, but I appreciate you guys supporting me, and I hope that I can not disappoint you guys. Hope that I won't disappoint you guys in these reactions. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So hopefully I will see you guys next week.